So I'm looking very closely at this 382. The problem with this 43K level is that the timing of when we're breaking down makes it so that the breakdown, the test of this upward sloping resistance will not be a sufficient move to the downside. We will have to breach this support. It must be breached. If this is a 5-wave move, this support must be breached at the very least somewhat in order to fulfill the minimum retracement of 43K, okay? And again, we can turn on the VPVR if you like, but you can just do it with simple support and resistance. And if we turn on the VPVR, we can see that there is strong support. There's no real support at the 43K level in terms of price action, okay? Okay. Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is March 27th, 2022, and Bitcoin is looking like it has hit major resistance, all right? As we said before, it's very likely that we're at major resistance and we're going to get a pullback, all right? Reason being is we clearly have this line of resistance here, just as evidenced by this market structure, right? We have this inverse, well, it's more like a W pattern. We have this W pattern formed and we're at the neckline, okay? So Bitcoin has hit that at around 45K. All right, yesterday we said that we're likely to retest 45K before we got a pullback. So let's zoom in on the smaller time frames just to see what that looked like. And it seems as if this is what happened, right? We got our initial break of structure A wave that we got right here. We got some consolidation in a range, and then we got a B wave, right, to pop out, right? So that B wave tested close to the 45K region. Then just like we always say, the reversal pattern is comprised of 3 motions, right? There's the initial break of structure, consolidation, we got the B wave, and then you have a pivot because price can't just turn on a dime. So you have those 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and I've called them a pitchfork before on this channel, right? You see a pitchfork, or sometimes people call them a rounded top, okay? Because you form something like this, and so you've got a rounded top. Same thing for the bottom in reverse, but you have essentially a reversal pattern for price to change direction. Now, question is, will it change direction and continue down, or will we get something like we got intra-wave, where you got the beginnings of a reversal pattern, right? Initial break of structure, B wave, and then you came up for a pivot right here, and you continued, okay? And chances are this is unlikely because of the large resistance that I showed just a moment ago, right? The market is just topped out at around 45, 46K, okay? There's strong resistance there. So it requires a pullback. Now, where will we find support? That's the question of the day, okay? If this is going to be a pullback, now let's go back on higher time frames. Where will we find support? My first answer to that question is to look at the general market structure, okay? So let me hide everything. Let's figure out how to do this right here, yeah, I think. Great. So the general market structure shows that in the past, support was found right here, okay, around 41.3, okay? We can see that very clearly. At 41.3, you have some support here. If this is a W and there is some symmetry to the market, which there typically is, okay? So around 41.3. Now, if we resort to our Elliott wave theory and we use our wave count, our purported wave count, and we did get 5 waves in a leading diagonal, okay, then if we take the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of this impulse to the top, we can see that the 382 is around 43K, okay? And so there's two things. There's the minimum retracement if this 5 wave count is indeed correct, that is at 43K. And then there is simple support and resistance with this upward sloping support line, this purple line right here, that gives us really strong support. It's offered support 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it's likely to give us support one more time. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the end of the move down, okay? But it's likely to give us support. So I'm looking very closely at this 382. The problem with this 43K level is that the timing of when we're breaking down makes it so that the breakdown, the test of this upward sloping resistance will not be a sufficient move to the downside. We will have to breach this support. It must be breached. If this is a 5 wave move, this support must be breached at the very least somewhat in order to fulfill the minimum retracement of 43K, okay? And again, we can turn on the VPVR if you like, but you could just do it with simple support and resistance. And if we turn on the VPVR, we can see that there is strong support. There's no real support at the 43K level in terms of price action, okay? There's no real support. There's a little bit, but there's actually a void there, right? The support comes in more at 42.2, and then once again at around 40,800, okay? So 42.2 is likely. If we pull the Fibonacci retracement tool one more time, we see that 42.2 is at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, almost exactly, okay? And so if, let's just say that were the case, we zoomed out on the 4-hourly, 42.2 would land us right here around this region, right? So this is a realistic, I think it's more realistic than this, the 382, right? The upward sloping support. So we know that the maximum retracement, if this 5 wave count is correct, is the 618. So if we were to take, the 618 of this move right here, let's let it catch. All right, let's get off of the 4-hourly time frame. It's too much action. Actually, let's go back. Let's clean this up. Let's go back here. If we were to take the Fibonacci retracement tool and we saw the 618 would be around 41.5, okay? That's the maximum retracement, because we know that 2-wave retracements cannot go beyond the 618 Fibonacci retracement level of wave 1. So I'm saying that given price action, given support resistance, given what I'm seeing on the VPVR and just general market structure, 42.2 is a likely zone of support. I am not giving too much credence to this upward sloping resistance or upward sloping support. I think it will be broken. I think it must be broken because we need to satisfy the minimum retracement of the 382. And I think it's likely that we break it to go to the 0.5 level. And once we get there, obviously price doesn't just turn on the dime. We will form some sort of consolidation pattern, right, before turning back up. This is what I'm seeing, right? This is what I'm seeing on the chart. So I'm looking, I don't have a target yet. I have a target in mind, but I haven't put a target my short yet. I got in a short yesterday, given all of this. So I'm looking to potentially take profits at around the 0.5 Fibonacci level. Not financial advice. Do your own research and trade safely. Use good risk management, obviously. So that's where I think Bitcoin will find support, and that's why I'm seeing that. If you're getting value, or if you've gotten value from this analysis, right or wrong, please like the video, share with others who you think may also be interested in Bitcoin, Elliott wave theory, technical analysis, and the like, and subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. We love to have you. Daily Bitcoin updates, as well as live streams on Tuesdays at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time, and other times just impromptu live streams whenever I feel like it. So definitely do subscribe and hit the bell notification. And trade safe once more. Trading is a difficult task, but if you stay with it, you will eventually break through. You will be part of the 8% that break through and are profitable in this endeavor. So I think you can do it. All right, you're already here. This is a huge step. You're investing in your education. So congrats, and have a good day. Bye.